If dates were numbers, we'd be on number 17. And because dates are numbers, we are on the 7th day of Choco Van. Some chocolate, not a van. Here's a glass. I have to put chocolate in that and a bottle of wine under my tongue or something like that. I don't know. I have to not get these confused because they are so the same. In many ways they are, and in other ways they're not. They're both advent calendars. They're both a mix of hope and disappointment with occasional brief interludes of enjoyment. And this one has a door 17 there. Because this one does not have any sort of formal, easy to follow numbering. We'll just change the font and the colour of the number every day. And we have some sort of phallic whale trying to suck on a candy cane. I suppose it's a bit better than blank cardboard. Or is it? Again, can't remember. These are all becoming a bit of a blur. So part of me is kind of going, oh dear, I have accidentally knocked Mr. Monty Bojangles upon the floor and trodden on him and crushed all of the remaining chocolates. That is so terrible. I just have to do the wine now. Just, there's so nothing to say about these chocolates. Look. It's a salted caramel. It's a chocolate. It's average at best. Yeah, it's now almost cloying. It's kind of doing that semi-sickly, sticky, just sort of sticking around the backs of my teeth and my mouth. I'm not enjoying these. They're not revolting. It's not like, oh my God, this is so bad. It reminds me of that time that was really quite hilarious because you didn't have to go through it. No, they're just offensively ordinary at this point. Speaking of offensive, although perhaps not ordinary, speaking of something that could be extraordinarily offensive, what's the wine going to be? It's another one of those shaped bottles. El Emperador from Chile, a Chilean Chardonnay. I might enjoy this, and I might not. I'm not a big Chardonnay drinker. I'm not a small Chardonnay drinker. Mostly, it's not to do with my size, it's to do with the amount of Chardonnay I drink, which isn't a lot. But Chile Chardonnay 2020, another fine vintage. Importe et embouteillé par imported and bottled by Blink Blank white wine, product of Chile, Val Central. I don't know if that's a good place for wine. I don't know if it's a bad place for wine. I just know that is a bottle of wine. Is it a bottle of tolerable wine? I know some of these videos have been quite brief because there's not that many things you can say. 24 different things to say about, well, no offence to the calendar, it's not going to be the finest wine ever. You can't expect it to be. The calendar, in its entirety, costs the same as, like, one bottle of proper posho people wine, I think. I'm not a proper posho person when it comes to wine drinking. To me, this calendar costs the same as a year's supply of the plonk that I like. Oh, shit. Dear winemakers of Chile, did you, by any chance, have some sort of decorating crisis in late 2019, when the event perhaps started kicking off and you'd all go, oh, we've bought all of this paint and a load of thinners for it as well, and we were going to use it and decorate, but then we kind of went, oh, just kind of don't feel like that right now. There's just stuff going on that shall not be mentioned. So we're just going to leave it. And then you came to open the paint sometime in, 2020. Did you do that and open the paint and find it had all separated? And I thought, can't be fucked trying to unseparate paint. Life's too short for that. But because it's been a slow kind of year or two, what if we just poured the separated kind of like that sort of weird see-through stuff that sits at the top of the paint, just poured that into the bottles and then shipped it off to be put in advent calendars?
Would you like a drink?